In American Horror Story, Delicate, Kim Kardashian and Emma Roberts turned the rising, quiet luxury trend into something eerie, controlled, and hauntingly beautiful. The show's sleek aesthetic merges elegance with unease, proving that horror doesn't need gore or chaos to feel unsettling. It can be found in the perfection of a beige blazer or the sharp silhouette of a leather coat. 1. The essence of quiet luxury. Quiet luxury represents a minimalist form of wealth, where refinement and restraint replace flashy logos and bold statements. It's about impeccable tailoring, neutral tones, and fabrics that whisper sophistication rather than scream status. This subtle form of affluence became one of fashion's defining movements in the 2020s, embodying an understated power and calm precision. In AHS, Delicate, this quiet luxury aesthetic becomes a storytelling device. The polished wardrobe mirrors the character's inner tension, women who appear composed but are unraveling beneath the surface. The muted colors, structured silhouettes, and absence of ornamentation heighten the unease, making perfection itself feel disturbing. 2. Why quiet luxury fits horror. Horror often relies on chaos, blood, screams, and darkness, but Delicate takes the opposite approach. The fear comes from control. The clean lines, the sterile color palette, and the silent grace of the wardrobe evoke a kind of psychological suffocation. It's horror built on composure. Costume designer Jacqueline Demeterio described the season as sleek, minimal, and modern, sticking to a color palette of grays, steels, and beiges. The fashion, inspired by Jill Sander, Rick Owens, and Prada, aimed to reflect perfection under pressure. The subtlety makes viewers hyper-aware of every deviation, a loose thread, a shadow on silk, a crack in the facade. By using quiet luxury, Delicate transforms wealth and beauty into weapons of fear. The perfection of the clothes becomes almost supernatural, suggesting that something sinister hides beneath the surface of control. 3. Emma Roberts is the embodiment of refined vulnerability. Emma Roberts plays Anna Victoria Alcott, an actress balancing fame and fertility. Her wardrobe is the perfect reflection of her fragile state, beautiful, understated, yet tense. Demeterio took cues from Carolyn Bessette Kennedy and 1990s Gwyneth Paltrow, icons of minimalist sophistication. Anna's costumes feature muted colors like beige, ivory, gray, and soft steel. Clean silhouettes without visible seams or embellishments. Simple fabrics that move delicately but hold their shape. Minimal accessories, tiny diamond studs or a thin bracelet at most. This minimalist wardrobe creates a visual metaphor for Anna's character. She looks like she has everything under control, but the flawless exterior hides deep cracks. The more perfect she appears, the more unsettling she becomes. Her calm elegance contrasts sharply with the chaos slowly consuming her life. 4. Kim Kardashian's power dressing with a dark edge. Kim Kardashian plays Siobhan Corbin, Anna's assertive and enigmatic publicist. Siobhan's wardrobe is the visual opposite of Anna's quiet fragility, still luxurious but bolder and more sculpted. Her look channels the power and dominance of high-fashion couture, drawing inspiration from Schiaparelli's structured designs and modern armor-like silhouettes. Siobhan's costumes include black leather trenches and sculpted corsets, dramatic tailoring with strong shoulders and precise lines, high collars, gloves, and monochromatic statement looks, minimal jewelry but commanding textures like patent leather and silk satin. While Anna's style whispers, Siobhan's style asserts. The two characters' wardrobes form a visual dialogue, calm versus control, softness versus structure. Their contrasting aesthetics mirror their psychological dynamic, Anna's quiet unraveling against Siobhan's composed power. Kardashian's interpretation of quiet luxury isn't passive, it's intimidating. Her outfits suggest influence, manipulation, and mystery. Every outfit she wears seems to say, "I'm untouchable." That untouchability itself becomes eerie within the horror context. 5. The color palette of fear. Unlike most horror productions that rely on deep reds and shadowy blacks, Delicate uses a modern, sterile palette. The grays, beiges, and metallic hues create a feeling of emotional coldness. The neutrality of the palette amplifies the tension. Every drop of blood, every dark frame feels more shocking against this pale perfection. The wardrobe's restraint matches the show's tone. Sleek apartments, minimalist furniture, controlled lighting. The horror doesn't emerge from mess or clutter, it comes from stillness. The aesthetic forces the viewer to notice micro details, the trembling hand on a beige sleeve, the reflection of light on glass, the way silk wrinkles under pressure. 6. Turning fashion into psychological horror. What makes delicate visually powerful is how fashion becomes an active narrative tool. Each outfit reflects the character's emotional and psychological state. Emma's soft, fluid pieces begin to feel constricting as her paranoia grows. Kim's powerful couture silhouettes feel increasingly predatory, as if her clothes are armor hiding secrets. Quiet luxury becomes the show's version of a haunted house, every seam and fold conceals something sinister. The minimalism doesn't soothe, it suffocates. Even the absence of color feels ghostly, turning simplicity into symbolism. By combining horror and high fashion, the show challenges our perception of beauty and fear. In a world where everything looks perfect, imperfection becomes terrifying. 7. Costume highlights and symbolism. Some of the standout looks from Delicate illustrate how quiet luxury meets dread. Anna's beige slip dress, soft and vulnerable, almost too pure for her unraveling reality. Siobhan's black leather trench coat, power, secrecy, and dominance in motion. Neutral knitwear scenes, domestic comfort that slowly turns claustrophobic. Evening gowns with minimal accessories, beauty stripped of warmth, elegance as isolation. These choices give each scene a dreamlike chill, proving that horror can live in simplicity. 8. The art of minimal fear. The brilliance of Oz. Delicate lies in its refusal to exaggerate. The horror doesn't rely on grotesque visuals or overt violence. Instead, it weaponizes restraint. The costumes, precision reflects the show's psychological tension, controlled teetering on collapse. Kardashian and Roberts embody two sides of modern femininity within this aesthetic. The woman who appears perfect but is falling apart, and the woman whose perfection becomes her weapon. Their wardrobes make that dynamic tangible. Quiet luxury, in their hands, becomes more than a fashion statement, it becomes a language of fear. The muted tones, fine fabrics, and minimalist tailoring serve as metaphors for anxiety, control, and identity. 9. Conclusion. American Horror Story. Delicate transforms the quiet luxury movement into something hauntingly cinematic. Emma Roberts' minimalist elegance and Kim Kardashian's structured dominance create a world where beauty feels dangerous and restraint becomes terrifying. By blending the aesthetics of 1990s minimalism with modern couture, the show redefines what horror can look like: chic, muted, and perfectly controlled. The result is a chilling reminder that sometimes the scariest thing isn't chaos or blood, it's perfection.